I don't have my microphone, can't find it. But right now I'm working on my new back door because I'm going to do a kind of a slight kitchen remodel, very cheap one. It just has never been updated, probably just some paint here and there from other people. So, because the house was built in 1979. So, I think that I'm gonna make a little change in the kitchen. I'll show a picture of that later and maybe a video of that and my progress and what I'm doing. So I don't know what I'm doing really here either, but I have some friends. They kind of like guided me a little bit. So anyways, I will do the best I can. But my kitchen doesn't have a window in the door, and I only have one window, and I want to brighten it up. And so I'm going to paint the cabinets, paint the kitchen, do a few things like that, and then add this door with the light. So at least there'll be some more light coming through. And we'll just see. If you can hear me, I have a nice airflow through here, so I am not wearing a mask, just if anybody says anything. I've already done the other side. I just thought I'd just bring you on with this part. Just need to get this on, and then I'm gonna put polyurethane on it to seal it. trying to get this done early because it's supposed to get really hot today. It might be like 98 degrees Fahrenheit. But I was talking to some people having coffee today, this morning in the coffee shop, and we were talking like we're already ready for fall. We'll just skip summer. Almost done. I'm trying to make this video last a little longer so it doesn't go in my shorts and it goes on to the video part. I looked it up. I think it has to be over 3 minutes. Anyways, I'm trying to go fast because I want it to dry. I need to wipe it down. Anything, I will catch it later, but it needs to have drills, like the holes put in for the doorknobs and things like that, and I don't have the equipment to do that, but my friend's husband does, so he's going to come and do that for me. So it might be a couple of weeks before he can get here because they're going on vacation. But I get this done. I'm already going. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? Here. Projects before looking at how I should do stuff. So this time I tried talking to people. So we'll see. Hopefully it comes out. Okay. Now let's see. This here to get a clean, excuse me. Right, guess what? I found my microphone. Now it's time to put the polyurethane on. Let's see. Let's see. All right. All right, so I'm supposed to put a thin coat on. A very thin coat, they say. Guess we'll start up here. What I did for the other side, I did a thin coat, then I let it dry, and I did one more thin coat. Now, no one told me to do that, but that's just what I did. So I thought it needed it. I know this is dark, but I do tend to favor dark stains. Oop. I have a mess right there. Holy cow. All right. Bring it out this way a little bit. I had too much on the brush. Okay, let's see. Be careful. I have to be careful. Later on this afternoon, that sun's going to come right into the airport. I mean, the carport here. So I gotta get this done. I just hope the cats don't jump on here. They were pretty good yesterday. But then when everything dried up, I did lay cardboard over it, and I did find one kitty on it. But it didn't affect anything. So I harvested some of my pickling cucumbers the other day, and I made refrigerator pickles, which the old timers here called icebox pickles, because they used to call the refrigerator icebox, not the refrigerator. So, anyways, I made them, and I had one. I thought, holy cow, they are sour. They are real sour. I have a recipe from a friend that belonged to them, and I've made them before and never had that problem where they were just sour. And so I went to bed and I was like, why in the world did those come out sour? Because I actually added a little extra sugar because I'm using organic sugar, unbleached. And so, gosh, I don't know. And so, and all of a sudden, it hit me. I know why. I uh, I used the wrong vinegar. I used 9% instead of the 5%. That actually makes a difference. So, anyways, I've been picking more cucumbers every day. I just picked 5 of them this morning, and I picked 6 of them yesterday. I'm gonna make another batch. So I went to the store last night and bought 5% because that's all they had. They had 9 or 5, so I bought 5. One point either this evening or tomorrow after work, I will make another round of refrigerator pickles. So I had taken a jar to my daughter and I told her, I said, now listen, now these are sour. I just want to give you a heads up, but she does love sour. So they're refinishing Old House, and she goes, you know what, I'm gonna have one. And I said, okay, just remember. And she ate it. She goes, these are good. She gave one to her husband, and he said the same thing. And I go, well, maybe you guys like sour, but they are sour. And yes, they did agree to that, but they liked it. And I said, well, good, because I got 5 more jars you can have. So anyway, so they have a home, and I'm gonna try again with the 5% vinegar. My dill did not do very well. It died fast. It didn't even give me a chance to get any fresh dill, so I had to buy dill at the grocery store. So I don't want to buy dill until I'm absolutely ready to start because I don't want to get caught doing this without dill. I'm almost done here. I want to hurry up here and just need to get right in here. I should bring that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be smart. I'm going to grab this, bring it around. Hopefully I don't spill. There we go. I'll set it right over here. Nope, I'll set it right here. All right. And then I'm going to take you in the back and we'll do a little bit of what the garden looks like after some of our storms. We're supposed to get more this week, but I don't know. We'll see. I hope we do that. We just don't have that hail. We've been lucky here lately. We had a nice shower this morning. So, but we are still in stage 4 in watering here in this part of Texas. Well, at least my town. I don't know what other towns. But anyways. Okay, now I'm going to do this. They almost put us in stage 5, but when they announced that a week later, that's when Texas started having all those bad hailstorms and all kinds of stuff, tornadoes. So they're stuck with stage 4. So that means my watering day for the yard is only Tuesday in between 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that's it. But you're allowed to water your garden only with a hose and a nozzle that when you let go, it stops spraying. And then, so that's how strict it is. this here. I don't want too much right in here. All right. Let's see, I don't remember. Did I get in here? I don't think I got right here. If I did, it's drying fast. Okay, well, I think that I am done with this part for now. Like I said, I'm probably going to come out later and maybe do one more coat. All right, get the lid on here. Then I'm going to take you into the backyard. Get the lid right here. I'm going to turn you off, and then I'm going to turn you on in the back. All right, look at that corn. Look at this. One of my big sunflowers is blooming here in the corn patch. But I want to say this. Yesterday I took out some corn here. You know, they say when this dries up, let's see if I can do this without, and it pops off, it's ready. So I had a couple over in this area, and I did that too, and I opened it up, and it had those corn worms. I was not happy. But that's my fault. I should have looked up to see if there was anything to do to prevent it. So I did Google, and it said that, and I asked, is it too late to do something about that? And it said no, because the eggs, the moths come and land those eggs on this stuff, and they go down in there. So I actually sprayed some stuff. I'll show you here. Look how big that corn on the cob is. But look, so it's still, it stops right here. So I don't know. I hope I get at least a couple out of here that I can eat, that those worms don't take it over. Okay. They're blooming. And I have my snake peas right here, or beans, snake beans that are growing on this part too. So it's coming along pretty good. I'm happy about that. And let me show you my loofahs. Look at that. Isn't that funny though? Like I have they have these on here, and then some don't. And I got the seeds from the same package. Look how smooth that is compared to this. I don't know what that means. Look at that one. So, and you know, having this cardboard here has kept the weeds down. So I'm going to keep that there. This is my cucumbers. They did not grow, and every time they started to grow, I'd get a cucumber and it'd snap off. So, but I see some cucumbers down in there. Look, one right there. My finger's dirty from the stuff. Right there. So I'm going to pick that one pretty soon. Add it to my collection. Okay, let's bring you over here. Look, my wild sunflowers. All right. I have another big one growing. Hasn't bloomed yet. But tomato plants are doing pretty good. No tomatoes yet. I think I might have one in there somewhere. I don't know if you can see that orange. A little one. All right, but look at my beans. This is more the snake beans. Those are the burpless cucumbers. They're finally growing, and they're going to grow up. I'm so happy about that. But my radishes didn't do good. They left. They died. Zucchini. I've never seen zucchini grow straight up like that. I don't know. But let's see here. My elderberries. And let's see here. Oh, and then I have some uh, sweet peas. They're growing up. They're just starting to break ground. Let me get in here real quick. Boy, this is longer video than I thought. Okay, let's see if I have any. Oh, here they are. Look. Look at there. Let's see. Can you see it? Look. There's a blossom. But look. Woo! I just want to, I do like beans, so I want to dry them so I can make soup for the winter. Your bell peppers are doing really good. Blackberries, they're doing good. All right. And my dill, not my dill, but that's the dill, and that's as big as it got. And it's already blooming. Now, that's weird. Basil's starting up. And I had some fresh dill in here growing, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. I don't know why. Last year it was just growing like crazy. This year it's not. Hi, Rosie. Here's Miss Rosie. Come say hi. Yeah, good morning. Hi, baby. She's already, look, she's doing really good. But the other side of her face now has a scratch. So I think I'm going to have to take her to the vet again. But anyways, Miss Rosie. Rosie. Hi, babe. Good girl. All right. Catch you all later. Just finished the second coat. Letting it dry. And then we'll be ready to install after they put in the holes for the doorknobs. All right, well, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.